Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy King Gabe here. Now, sorry about the sound of the washer and everything. But don't worry, when we start, just had a few things I want to tell you guys before we start. My boy EJay about to come over and taste the Krabby Patty in a little bit. So don't worry, we won't have the washer won't be running once he's over here. But yeah, a few things to let you guys know. I forgot to mention when Queen Tina and I tried it for the first time. I forgot to mention that this was, and I may have, I'm not sure, but I think I forgot to tell you, but I could be wrong. That was actually the first Miracle Crew collab video. I guess you say part one of it. So this would be our second part. Second part of it, which involving EJay, because like I say, you know, had different schedules, so had to get him on a different day. So yeah, part two of it, of having seeing what he thinks of it. So all together, this is our first Miracle Crew collab, kind of split up into two videos. Also, another thing to let you know, there's definitely gonna be more collabs coming up there, as well as videos. Got ideas for new videos coming up and everything. So you'll definitely be seeing more of that, especially having to do with the books and stuff. And speaking of which, definitely, if you like what you're gonna see in this video once we start, definitely like, share, subscribe. You know, hit us up. You know, special thanks, super chat. And especially buy some of our available books that will be talked about in later videos, like before. And also, definitely support us on that Patreon, just like your boy EJay the Supreme, which will be here shortly. Big Sis Casey and the Iceman Universe. Oh yeah, and we'll definitely have Big Sis Casey in some collabs and everything. You know, being part of the Miracle Crew as well, and also. Discord and Facebook, hang out with us there, and even let's sell each other some stuff on the McCary app, and as well, happy birthday to SpongeBob. I know I did say that one, but I'm saying it again for this part two. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Might mention some things, might mention a few other things after he's tried it and everything, and I've had my second one. So yeah, so without further ado, want to get say that we'll dive right in. Yeah. So jump cut, and he'll be here. All right, everybody, we got these Krabby Patties here. Say me, because it's my second one. You know, I had one with Christina earlier, but now we got EJay, the Supreme. Yeah. So we about. We about to enjoy straight from SpongeBob.
So what you gonna start with? What do you think I should start with first? What's your recommendation?
Let's see. You probably could get the patty. Yeah, to set it on the plate there.
Which I already ate some of the fries in the car.
Of course, you know is there any of y'all? I know a lot of us have done fries in the car.
So we're gonna show y'all a little bit of the burgeriness of the burger, right there.
Oh yeah.
All right. So,
they both got it pretty much the same then.
They're both about pretty much the same. Yeah. So if I got the same, you got right on your camera game and mine.
Oh yeah. So just like in part one of mine there.
That's it.
Setting that bag out the way there.
Oh yeah, I'm just doing small clips on mine. You just keep on.
Oh, so we got, just see, like I said, so we're gonna see, in my case, how this is holding up, and his case for the first time.
Yeah, that's it. So you ready?
Here
we go. Well, let's see the sauce.
All right. The Krabby sauce.
The Krabby sauce.
Oh, secret formula.
Here we go.
Still holding up with me.
Only difference from a Dave double
Oh, I've heard people compare it to Dave's.
Yeah, it's really the sauce. The sauce is what do it. Think of Good Burger. And
you know, I think Good Burger crawls so SpongeBob could run.
There's a conspiracy. Let me tell you, it's a conspiracy that SpongeBob is really Ed.
You think so? Oh, you think
inspired
so?
by Ed. Think of the teeth. Think of the optimistic nature of eager about their job, singing and dancing.
And he kind of got Ed kind of. I'm not saying he's like he is intelligent. Don't get me wrong, but he sort of has that easy going like Patrick.
Easy go. So you think about, and then you think about Dexter, more like Squidward. You don't want to be there. You're there on summer vacation, and then you have a boss who, now I wouldn't say stingy, but well, Dan Schneider, that's a whole nother beast right there. We're not gonna go into that.
Oh boy.
Our childhood, man.
Yep. But all in all, Krabby Patties. Like, definitely a must-have there.
Definitely a must-have. Oh, there you go. Definitely a must-have. So I'm gonna do this again because I just brightened the light. The inside of that Krabby Patty.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Oh boy.
Take that
almost kind of sipping out my mouth like them tacos my cousin used to eat.
They had no tacos in that minute now. Now, what I'm gonna also do, if you don't mind, Gabe, if I'm not breaking
the frosty.
I'm gonna try. Oh, that was real good. Like, with the
still holding up on the frosties as well.
Still holding up on that frosty. Boom, and give it a shot.
Now, of course, and I think when me and Christina did it, we had like the straws there drinking, but apparently, I think this is the way you're really supposed to do the frosty.
I'm gonna stir it.
That explained why at a certain point it was like, okay, you need to eat this. There we go.
You ready?
All right.
There we go. 1, 2.
Still holding up. Especially that vanilla in there. So I like that. Kind of make you think of Bluebell down there.
Well, it was ain't nothing like Bluebell, but it does have it's like it want to be in that realm of the Bluebell.
So I guess you could say Bluebell imitation, kind of.
Like imitation grab. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the one with Point that tried to be a robot crab.
Robot crab. Beep boop, beep beep boop.
Man. Electric Zoo.
That's it.
Yep.
Have you put a rating on it, Gabe?
I think what me and Christina was she actually had kind of beat me to it, but yeah, it was a 10 out of 10.
I'm gonna say for the Krabby Patty, with inside this patty, I'm gonna give it. I am going to give it. Let me think about it. After carefully thinking about it.
Be like Jeopardy moment.
Boom, 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 boom. It's definitely 8 and above.
All right, because you get kind of like a B, like an A minus.
Probably like an A minus, and I'm gonna tell you where the minus comes from. It's gonna be like an A minus. So I'm gonna say 9 out of 10.
Okay.
The only minus is through the hype, I thought it'd be a little bit more of a bigger experience.
But, yeah.
But they kept it safe and just stick with a different sauce. Just stick with a different sauce. So when you're sticking with a different sauce, it's like, yeah. So that's where only minus comes from. It's like overhyped, but at the same time, not really. It's being smart.
And it's sort of like the way this, because that was somebody on TikTok, a girl who said that she said the same thing, but she was really upset about it. Like I would say,
just I think a way different experience.
Right, and you know, I kind of thought about that. Well, you know, yeah, they do. I mean, it's pretty much like they do in SpongeBob. They market the heck out of that, and yeah, when you look at it on the show, this is pretty much what it looks like, an actual burger.
So let's say yeah.
Yep. Even with the Krabby fries.
Even with the Krabby fries. I'll do this right here. Oh. And then we're gonna get more of an analysis because now we got to talk about the. Let me get this right here.
And yeah, we're also kind of preparing at the same time and editing on his channel as well.
Oh, yeah. I'll be distribute mine just as a short. So if y'all see me moving stuff around, it's more because I'm just doing short form content. My boy Gabe doing it in the long form content. So
almost like y'all see the process of filming a little bit. Or like the behind the scenes videos there.
Our universes once again collide. Finding my niche with it. Gabe has his niche. He knows he's a way more of an expert than I am. I'm kind of mixing it up.
And I put this and I put this way, even with I mean, there is like I say, there's still stuff that I'm still like just like you. Because see, now I'm having to change certain things that I'm doing with the channel there. As I've seen from what happened with like I mentioned in the earlier video about Miracle Universe. So, so yeah, even regardless of whether you're a beginner, expert, or anything like that, there's always room for learning. Even there's
always room for growth.
That's what even my folks have told me. Being how long they've been in this world.
Always room for growth, people. Always room for growth. I think I'm gonna go ahead and rate the pineapple. Boom.
How would you rate it?
I'm gonna rate it 10 out of 10. And the reason why is still enough of a traditional Frosty to be identifiable as a Frosty. I'm gonna tell you one of my biggest fears was they were gonna overload the pineapple.
Oh, that.
I felt like they were gonna overload the pineapple, but they didn't. They didn't overload the pineapple, so it's like you did just right.
Just the right amount.
And then how they did this, they got like that pineapple juiciness at the bottom. So I guess you can kind of stir it. I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. Yeah.
I didn't think about that on the last one.
Yeah, because you just think about just going to put it in. So I'm gonna stir it up and let me do it again.
Let's see, Mike.
Okay.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, when you stir it
from the bottom, kind of.
Yeah, when you stir it from the bottom, you're gonna get more, but it's still not overload. So it's a good balance. They got it set up. Great balance. 10 out of 10 on the Frosty. So, all right, Wendy's.
It almost kind of make me think of the License to Milkshake from SpongeBob.
Well,
yeah, because it's kind of similar to a milkshake a little bit.
Very similar.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Same with me. I definitely, like I say, definitely recommend. Hope, like I said, I hope it's still at least for the rest of the month. So any of y'all that hasn't had it, or maybe you might have had it, but you want to get another, yeah. I hope they let all of us enjoy for this month. Yeah.
And Wendy, shout out to y'all. They did a good job with this one. Keep it up for the rest of the month. Like, let people get a chance to really experience it, because it's slightly a different experience. Not completely exotic, but the Frosty is good, and the burger with the sauce. Somehow y'all need to keep that sauce. That's the sauce. Keep the sauce. Now you might have to give it a different name if you and the SpongeBob people fall out, but keep the sauce.
Oh yeah, the more rights and stuff, man.
Copyrights and whole other thing.
But I think Mr. Krabs, I think his only thing, as long as he getting plenty of money. Yeah, I think that's his biggest concern, more so than the rights.
Pay Mr. Krabs his money. Pay him his money.
Oh yeah.
On this camera, if I could cross my eyes different ways, I would, but I'm not going to do that because they're making stuff.
So you end up like face freeze.
Exactly. And I turned it up like face freeze.
Yep.
Move this bag right here. Yeah. And shout out to all the ketchup packages that barely get used because you already ate up your fries, and by the time you want to use them.
Man. I remember those days, especially coming from McDonald's, Burger King, using that ketchup. Only now, this kind of sounds kind of weird for me, but only thing I've used ketchup on nowadays is Long John's fish when they came back.
Yeah, you know what? One I hadn't been to in a while. Because they've been closed in Shreveport for a while. Long John.
Now they back. Now they back.
I was suspicious. Gabe, is that a sign that we might have to do a Long John's review?
Hey, I'll be up for it, man. See how it's still holding up.
The big comeback, like the big payback. The big comeback. Big comeback.
The Long Johns. I'm really surprised they didn't. I guess if they did, but I know if they did it, it would be like a fish burger probably.
Yeah.
Fish burger. Now I would say that they would do which I mentioned in the last bit, but they would possibly do a crab cake, but I don't think that would work out too well because, and I know this from personal experience. Like I mentioned it again. I think it was my 13th or 14th birthday. I think, I want to say one of those. I wrote on the list I wanted to have a Krabby Patty with my birthday dinner. And my mom actually got an actual crab cake.
Krabby Patty.
Yeah, and I was like, she gave me my request. Like, I wanted between two buns. I bet she probably thinking like it's a crab cake. Okay, between two buns. There you go, Gabe.
I mean, well, you know what, Gabe? She bless her heart. She was thinking, oh, you want a crab cake? Well, she probably didn't know you was watching SpongeBob.
Yeah, well, actually, I did. I actually did. Well, I didn't say crab cake, but I was thinking like crab meat. Cause that's what I was thinking in terms of.
Oh, in terms of.
And it didn't quite. Because I was thinking it would taste like the burger, but it actually, and then I also mentioned, it actually is. People say that it's vegetarian, but it's actually. Because I mean, you think about all the fast food references they put in the show.
That's true.
So it's actually ground up crabby, and this is how they getting it. The crabs, Mr. Crab and his buddies, and probably they probably since they can regrow their parts like Deadpool. Or better yet, but more like SpongeBob. Though you saw how quickly he regrows. So Mr. Crab, they just do that probably on a daily or weekly basis, and there's your ground up crab meat.
This conspiracy.
And they're still alive.
And they're still alive. The dark undertones of the SpongeBob franchise.
There's a lot of 90s shows had something that dark that we probably overlook.
Well, if some was like very undertone.
And then some would be right in your face, but we didn't stop to think about it until we rewatched it.
We really didn't. When you look at like those shows, like you just said, Gabe, 90s cartoons. Our generation was blessed to see good, upbeat, happy cartoons, but then we were also introduced to a lot of dark stuff at the same time. Overlaid darkness, underlaid. So like, undertone is the conspiracies of SpongeBob.
Right.
In your face darkness is like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh yeah. You know, all the stuff that he be saying now.
You think about something.
How about Rocco and Cat Dog? That was those were, especially Cat Dog. They really had some dark humor.
Cow and Chicken.
I remember that show.
You think about Powerpuff Girls, him.
Oh, and the devil himself.
The devil himself.
Yeah, and then the fact that you got three adorable big-eyed girls as they pretty much doing like the comic book fighting and everything.
I mean, you think about that. I mean, then we were introduced to Dragon Ball Z at the same time. Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh boy.
You know, SpongeBob is really a 90s cartoon, came out in 99.
Yep.
He blew up in the 2000s.
But people kind of warmed up to him up to that there.
So
yeah, it's good. It's really good that that we get to.
See, and got some good. I can get to the last piece.
How about the fry? Oh, yeah. Now actually, this is the SpongeBob music on the way here.
Matt, I was saying, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yep.
So, Your final grade, Gabe?
Yeah, well, okay.
The overall meal.
I definitely gotta say, still good. Like I say, I know you got, you got your good, got your bads in the reviews, but like I say, I would basically go more with the good. Because, I mean, like I say, most of the few bad ones I've heard is pretty much like like you mentioned about the expectation thing. But and I mean, pointing that out is one thing. Maybe they were what they might have wanted to expect, but in a way they sort of allow that. It's almost like that's more the taste of them than actually tasting the food.
Well, I'll say this, also a quick note. And if y'all see me looking back for, because I'm like getting footage and gonna be editing this, that, third. Gabe got the long form content. Just give me a heads up. The further you consume the Frosty in the cup, the more the pineapple flavor you're gonna get.
Oh yes.
So it's like
sort of like a bag of chips kind of.
Like most of the flavor is down at the bottom. So all in all, I rate the entire meal, and y'all just watch me consume a whole meal. I'm a fast eater. I'm a little embarrassed. I
know, man. Say, yes, and
I just had to think how humbling that is. I then got my grub on. See if I do the short. See, I can make it look like I ate almost 5 hours in the short because I can put time bars on it. But see,
you like them hour cards.
Hour cards. But see, when you watch somebody, the 30 minutes later, 1 hour later, so much later, like the young man could decide to stop recording and to start to finish eating his food. Anyways,
like when they said. When they said several weeks later, he's having a hard time getting his confidence.
So this back.
He's like, so much later, the old narrator got tired of narrating and they had to hire
a new one. I'm going to rate this, all in all, a 9 out of 10 meal. I think it maybe this, and then at the same time, I could easily give it a 10 out of 10, but I think they probably could have did something with the fries. Nothing with the fries themselves, with the sea salt, because you already kind of pre-SpongeBobbed it with the sea salt.
Exactly. What would you do with the fries if you?
I would have like a fry sauce.
Oh, that kind of spicy stuff.
Kind of spicy. I would have a fry sauce to add on to that. They would have did that, and then it would have been like 10 out of 10, and that's just more out of the experience. If you already a Wendy's fan, it's an automatic 10 out of 10, especially if you're hungry. You ain't finna be picking. So.
And I tell you, Wendy's is actually, especially like when me and Christina got it, we had the, if y'all noticed, we had because really they didn't even ask, because like we went in there today, they asked if we want single, double, or triple. They didn't ask us that.
Which one did you go to?
We went the same one, Hearn Avenue. They didn't ask us that. We just automatically got the single. That was and now this wasn't filmed or anything, but and it was unexpected. Like we were gonna have a regular dinner Friday, but there was some stuff that came up, and it was like okay, we don't have time to cook right now. So we went to Wendy's again. They gave us the double this time automatically.
I ain't complaining about that.
So yeah, it was like I said. So yeah, this is the first time that they asked which one we wanted.
Well, then again, it depends on the person.
Oh yeah, that worked. Yeah,
it depends on the person,
and probably the time that you come in there, I guess, because maybe the ones that were dealing with us wanted to get home.
Wanted to get home, exactly. So on this little recording right here, that's what I'm gonna do, Gabe. We're gonna sign out, and I'm gonna make sure I edit this real quick. So it's me and Gabe. On our Wendy's review, Gabe, your final result for it on your end?
Definitely a 10 out of 10.
For me, it is a 9 out of 10. So on the EJS channel, we'll see you later. But we are still rolling.
On my channel.
That's it. That's it. So let me get this out the way. Because I said I don't wanna linger too long. I'm looking back and forth cameras. We're still working on our presentation, people. Our collaboration presentation.
Oh yeah, Miracle Crew is still in development. Like I said, we still And I see now, you know, most of because I know with how they got you on the school schedule kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like school schedule, kind of a little bit long. Well, no, it's a little bit longer than school schedule. It's like it starts a little bit later and it ends a little bit later. But it's kinda, you gotta say like same school schedule.
Yeah, especially being a week. So I know basically your availability is mostly like on weekend, like basically it's Saturday because I know Sunday.
Yeah, you know I'm in church.
Yeah, church pretty much takes over on Sunday for everybody.
Y'all know I'm a church guy. So.
Any of us in the church. You imagine SpongeBob went to church?
Oh, you know what? You remember that episode where they were in the church? It wasn't about church, but they was like singing in the male chorus.
Oh, talking about somebody had put that together.
No, like Squidward was singing in the male. They all had a little fancy.
Yes.
But see, I can tell you right now, they did have a SpongeBob episode of church. Don't put Mr. Krabs over the offering.
No, he gonna be trying to slip.
Every bit of tithe and offering, he'll start up his own church. Just get that almost be an episode idea. SpongeBob, don't take my idea unless y'all gonna have me in it. Y'all put me in Gabe in.
Mr. Krabs will. First time I imagined that back in high school when I first watched the show. I imagined someone telling Mr. Krabs, like, if you give, you get a blessing. So he'll probably try to put a little dollar in there, hoping to get $1 million back.
Look, but he gonna be stingy enough to put a string on it or something like that so he can take it back.
You know who did that?
That was
Oscar Proud.
Sure did.
He did. He tried, but Kibo cut that string.
Oh, that was too funny. I'm surprised they have a Proud family meal. Proud Snacks.
Oh boy, I wonder. You know what I think the Proud Snacks are like?
What?
I think because the way he tries to make them, I think like the movie he said the pork nut. I think he be trying to make pork rinds.
I think so. Yeah, it would be something on those pork rinds, pig skin, or something like that. He strike me as that type. You try to like.
That's what most now. He may be making some others, but that's the majority. Seems like,
it look like some pork rind, pig skin stuff. Now, you know what? I think if anything, actually I got another little cartoon conspiracy about SpongeBob. I think one of the episodes of SpongeBob, because I saw the mayor of Bikini Bottom.
Yeah,
he favored our mayor at the time, Cedric B. Glover. Yeah,
so you think he might?
I'm thinking that if Bikini Bottom is somewhat based off of Shreveport, I said number one, y'all accurate, and number two,
oh my god,
it's a mindset, y'all. It's the funny thing about it is it's kind of like and I know that's like such a huge shady moment, but at the same time it's kind of a compliment too. If you got somebody ripping off your city, at least it's not like New York, Los Angeles, Miami, Dallas, New Orleans, somewhere you always. Because
they always do New York.
They always do. Like New York, if you ask for a city, make a movie about a city, like New York is going to be top number one.
Yeah, especially when they do Gotham or Metropolis.
Metropolis, exactly. But like when you base a city off of Shreveport, it's like Shreveport is the perfect happy medium. It's a good thing and a bad thing because it's not that big, but it's not that small. It's not that it's metropolitan. It is big city, but at the same time, it's country and it's ghetto and it's suburbs. It's rural. It's a balance.
And I think that actually, I never thought of it, but bringing that up, that could explain how some of the setups in Bikini Bottom look.
Exactly. Exactly.
They just kind of small place, like Scoop with it.
Small place, but then it has its big time, like big moments. It's like because I know that like in the SpongeBob lore, of course, there's I believe towns smaller than Bikini Bottom because you see they at least have a skyline.
Right.
But like Shreveport has a skyline, but at the same time, there's areas that's like smaller,
like the downtown stuff.
The downtowns, and so it reminds me of an episode of SpongeBob when SpongeBob he felt like he wasn't welcome anymore, so he left and he went to a big city.
New Kelp town.
New Kelp. So yeah, so like when you see New Kelp, it's like, oh yeah, that's definitely New York. That's definitely big metropolitan. That's definitely like it's New York. It's nothing small about it. Like everything is big,
and then the way they were talking,
the way they were talking was completely different. And so you look at that, but then you compare it to Bikini Bottom, where you have a mix of metropolitan, big city, but you also have a lot of country and maybe some slums, ghettos, suburbs, projects. It was like I said, all had a good fine balance.
Yeah.
Of course, now, of course, really, when you think about it geographically, Bikini Bottom would be a lot smaller, but you kind of, what makes Bikini Bottom beautiful is that it's not overrun with buildings.
Yeah, and they can put more field there.
They put more
like jellyfish fields.
Jellyfish field, like that's kind of like the beauty of Bikini Bottom. But when I say that about Shreveport, I'm not saying it's a good thing and a bad thing, because the bad thing is some of the negative qualities you might see about yourself, but the good thing is, the city could, and that's just me. There's no facts that they made the city based off of Shreveport, but
that's me.
But then if
but it is something to think about, though.
All fellow Shreveporters who watch SpongeBob, come and think about it.
They probably, I bet you they probably hear this, and they're probably coming up with their videos.
We know some SpongeBobs, we know some Patricks, we know some Squidwards, we know.
I got some of those at work.
We know. I know you got some Mr. Krabs at work.
Oh Lord.
We know some Pearls. We know some.
Actually, I put it this way. I think more. It may be something to word, but I think more of the Mr. Krabs are in the corporate.
Oh yeah.
Because of how
budget.
How things are running.
And then you have your Sandy Cheeks. Cheeks is in the world.
Ooh, excuse me.
Larry the Lobster. If you go to any gym,
you see a Larry Lobster.
You gonna see like the whole gym is gonna be like literally bombarded with Larry Lobster. And planktons. Oh god.
Yeah, boy. I'm trying to steal the secret formula.
So it's. We almost have to do a SpongeBob review, just the whole, like how we did with Power Rangers. We got to finish our Power Rangers stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, since this is a new channel, I think we could actually just start it fresh.
Start fresh with
because there's actually some like cause you was mentioning some stuff. It's on the old channel, by the way, if y'all wondering.
Check out the old
Miracle Universe. But as far as just kind of redo it. I would actually, because I think some of the stuff I was coming up with stuff, but some of the stuff you was coming up with, I was actually, this actually sound better.
We could do
some of the stuff like for a Power Rangers animated series. A
Power Rangers, and I'll say this here. We can still do it. They need to split up like more with Power Rangers. Meaning like you still need to have a live action. I do believe just solely having a live action, but then an animated to the side.
Because the advantage of the animated, you could make it put comic elements
in. That's right.
Just like they did with DuckTales when they rebooted it. They brought a lot of stuff from DuckTales comic lore.
Exactly, and they could do that with Power Rangers. And not only that, like I said, one of the ideas I thought about, Gabe. Of course, we got to finish our Power Rangers, but I think it just shows that we grew up watching.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, definitely would be Mirka and like I say, me and you, and then especially like with Casey, got the she got the anime with her there.
Let us know what you think. Y'all just watching, because all us millennials that were born. What year were you born, Gabe? I don't know.
I was 88.
88, 93.
Okay.
So all the late 80s, all through the 90s.
You was born right when the Power Rangers were.
Right, I was literally born a month before the show came out.
So you just imagine if you was greeted by the Rangers.
Oh my goodness! I always felt like my own conspiracy is I got out of the womb early enough so I could watch Power Rangers, even though I probably wouldn't be able to watch them then. Really, I didn't start watching until 1999, and I backtracked and studied because it was Lost Galaxy for me. I already watched the movie, the Mighty Morphin movie, and Turbo. But I started watching like the show full time with Lost Galaxy.
But by the time you came of age,
now I can understand the lore. And then when I saw the two teams, Lost Galaxy and Space combined, then it was like, okay, I gotta backtrack to Space, and then
sort of like when I first got into the Transformer franchise, I got into Beast Wars first.
Right.
Then I had to go back and see G1 a little bit.
Exactly, and see also, but also at the time, not only was I a fan of Power Rangers, I was a fan of Voltron too.
I remember Voltron.
Yeah, I love any show that had robots. I know we just went off a tangent. We talked about SpongeBob. I know we talked about Power Rangers.
It's cool.
But we're gonna go back into SpongeBob. But anything where they're wearing suits and controlling robots.
I used to always imagine like my old room. I used to always, just like I go down that chute. I imagine I opened my closet door and there was a chute and there to go down.
When I was a kid, I I'll never forget when getting back home from school. This is like 2001. This is like out of the 90s. Like this fresh early 2000s. Every time I got back home, it was 2001. Time Force just came.
Oh yes, I remember that one.
So I would race up the steps, literally climbing up the steps, because I was still a big Lost Galaxy fan and Lightspeed Rescue fan, Space fan, all the Power Rangers. So I'm climbing up the steps, so excited. Because if y'all remember back in the day, Fox Kids used to be on before school came in, before started, and after. Yep. So you were on Fox. Getting ready for school.
See and I know about that because guess what shows I watched in the morning back in elementary? Beast Wars at 6, and then Doug.
That was it. And don't let X-Men be on too.
My X.
Oh man, and then see that was like the big soap opera back in the day. X-Men, Spider-Man, Power Rangers, Woody Woodpecker, Godzilla, Hulk, Digimon.
Oh yeah,
Digimon, Digital Monsters, man.
I remember when I got into that.
and when I used to get back home, I used to climb up the steps, and I'd get in my room, I'd pull off my backpack, and I would say, time for. But back to SpongeBob.
Okay.
Great times.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I did not fall in love with SpongeBob until, I'll tell you what the odd story, until 2002. And I think that was the year he really broke out.
2002, you said?
2002.
Oh yeah, that's when I started high school.
High school. So when I started watching SpongeBob, okay, I know the show came out in '99, and it was already established 2000, 2001, but I don't remember it being that big in those early years.
Right.
But by 2002.
Yeah, because I saw a little bit of like I think 01 in the 8th grade. I even had got a couple VHSs for my 14th birthday. But when I got more into it in the 9th grade. Yeah, I even had got an iPod of SpongeBob for Christmas.
Oh man, I remember when I was a kid, 2002, and I'm gonna tell you, I was such a big wrestling fan. I was playing WWF SmackDown, Just Bring It on PS2. Shout out to all the millennials who remember that. My uncle would be laughing in the room because he had the PS2 in his room. He's like, Josh, you gotta watch this show called SpongeBob. God rest Uncle. So, and I said, I don't want to see SpongeBob. I don't like SpongeBob. I want to play the wrestling game.
You want to fight.
But I want to play wrestling. But the funny thing is, one day it was a Saturday. I believe it was a Saturday, and they had a marathon of SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, those.
So and y'all remember the World Day of Play? Just a brief glance. Anyways, back then, because I'm going off a tangent. When they had the SpongeBob marathon, I'm sitting in the room. I'm like, let's see what SpongeBob is all about. After that marathon, Gabe. I was a diehard.
It was what Patrick said about his secret box. It would change your life. In this box is the most diabolical. Not even Squidward's house.
And so you gotta have a lot of imagination. All these quotes.
The rain. Yeah, SpongeBob definitely has that going.
People, you have to respect SpongeBob's legacy. I mean, it was our generation's Looney Tunes.
And even because I know my folks even sit down and not a whole lot, but every so often even they would like the Christmas special.
Oh yeah,
we all watch. Me, my mom, my grandparents, we all watch that Christmas special together.
This Christmas feels like the very first Christmas to me. Yeah, you got the high part. Down. This Christmas feels like the very first Christmas to me. That's it.
And the part that had my folks laughing at that special the most was when he said, yes, my wish is that the people of Bikini Bottom will stop listening to the inane dribble coming out of this dunderhead's mouth. Squidward maybe Santa will give me a dictionary so I can understand what you're saying.
Oh,
they bust out laughing.
But you know what though? What was because I don't really watch the new episodes of SpongeBob now, but old SpongeBob episodes, you know how good they are when even at adult age we still laugh at it, and it's like you find out something new. The writing was so talented. The writing was so skilled. Any adult will catch some of them jokes.
Oh, yes.
And us kids, we just almost, well, I'm not going to say we laughed at anything, but we laughed at more basic comedy.
Right.
But then when you hit some of them adult.
Yeah, you got it, like, what do we call it? It was something, this might be a little, like you just said, adult kind of. Karate choppers, yeah. There was, some of y'all probably can guess what that was hinting at there. Like, you want karate right now?
But look, that's like well, that's another. I think it's a Nickelodeon show, or it was Nickelodeon Cartoon Network. Should I say the name of the show, Gabe?
You say what
It is a show. It was on Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. That's like, okay, you said you catch certain innuendos. There was a show called Angry Beavers.
I remember that show, Nickelodeon.
Yeah. So when I remember when I found out that what Angry Beavers actually meant in adult term.
Yeah, as one of my pastors said, y'all get that when you get home.
Yeah, you're literally like watch movies like Scooby Doo the movie, the live action.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You're gonna like if you like my age, you like 31 or something in your 30s or 20s, or like Gabe's age, like in the mid 30s. So go back and rewatch that movie. If anybody was a child and then you go back and watch it again, you hear some of them jokes, and you be like, how in the world
did they get away with that?
Did they get away? I mean, you just think about that. That's the same thing with SpongeBob. You catch some of them jokes on SpongeBob. That was talented writing.
And then they also, it was a lot of the I guess you could say it's sort of, and a lot of it depended on the studio, but a lot of them had different types of censorship. Like okay, like around that same time, you know, you had remember you mentioned about Digimon. Think about Pokemon from for kids. They censored so much stuff out of there, and Yu-Gi-Oh. But some of the stuff that they censored out of there, Digimon. Now they had censors too, but Digimon seemed like what Saban did with Digimon was a little bit more open than some of the.
It was Digimon was more overt in their dark tone, while Pokemon was a lot more
right, because they were trying to sell pocket monsters.
They was trying to say it was like almost think of Pokemon was the more PG, while Digimon was more PG-13, knocking on the door rated R.
Exactly.
Now I do remember though with Pokemon where they did get a little dark. When I did not look dark because they've always had like a dark undertone.
Probably one of the darkest moments that really gave me nightmares. Sabrina the gym leader.
Oh,
you remember with that doll she was holding? I had a nightmare about that doll. Oh. That doll had mind controlled two of my friends and had me cornered in of all places, which had cornered me in church.
Oh, not in church.
Yeah, exactly. And the doll, I called her the ghost doll.
Yeah.
She said, like in the original show, she said, "Now I'm gonna turn all you into dolls." To me, in my dream, and this surprised two kids I was they were like preteen. She's, "Now I'm going to kill you, Gabe." Ah!
or think about. I'm telling you, with Pokemon, it was when Ash turned into stone in the movie.
Oh yes, I remember. Yeah,
Pika.
Everybody was real sad.
Oh, and I said, I wasn't even a diehard Pokemon fan. But when I watched it, I said, I can't even take it. Don't do it. Not to Ash. We went through some trauma as a kid just through television.
Don't get me started with Lion King. No.
From Lion King, if you were a kid of the '90s and 2000s, Lion King traumatized you. Iron Giant.
Yep. You had some major spoons. Major spoons of stuff fed to you from these movies and shows.
All of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Little note, Case is actually a big Courage the Dog fan. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Now, Courage was a unique, odd show. I'm surprised they got away with that much of a dark tone. But Cartoon Network was always
they were a little edgy because I mean they showed shows like Rurouni Kenshin on Toonami.
Exactly. And then once Adult Swim came in, early Adult Swim, once it got to like mid-Adult Swim, I stopped watching. Of course, you had the Boondocks, legendary.
Yeah.
And Robot Chicken had some. So I still kind of watched it. It depended on the episode. But when you had Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, yeah. I had
Gundam.
I did watch some of Gundam that came out.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
Yeah, got Shining Finger.
Oh, Shining Finger. And what else? They had
Zoids.
Zoids. It was so many. It was Ghost in the Shell. They showed the movie.
I heard of it. I didn't hear about it back then, but when that movie came out, I heard about it.
I heard about it. Yeah. And I think I remember when I was like flipping the channel, they had like clips of Ghost in the Shell. Well, we have to talk about it. We look, we going our meal. We done went on tangent.
I think the Frosty made us hyped up.
We hyped up. See, like if this was like the early '90s, this is like 98, 99. No, you what grade you in 98, 99? It was more.
The 90. I graduated in '99.
If you graduated high school, no, not high school.
From elementary.
Elementary. So okay, so I'll let's take it to like at 98 then.
Okay.
We be on the playground. Like after food like this, it's time to go to the playground, burn it off. Mm-hmm. That's what would have happened by now. Mm-hmm. My school be Hillsdale Elementary.
And mine could be South Highlands.
South Highlands. Oh, yeah. Is that South Highlands? Would you ever go to Moortown?
See,
Shreveport kids.
They had now. I mean, I just know I went there, but I do. That was a weird thing. I always was at, and I didn't really think about it much when I started, but. I was always at schools that was kind of a distance from here, like South Highlands. Middle school, I even was a little further away with EJay Drive.
Oh yeah, you was out there.
But now high school, I was a little closer here. Mm-hmm. Woodlawn, I was this close to going to Southwood.
Really?
Because I had my mama, uncles, cousins went there.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't go to Southwood.
That's the way they was in. My mom and them. They was trying to.
Lily in the route is like
they was trying to enroll me in there, and we had been up there several times to see my cousins play football. And I was excited to get there, and then at the last minute they said something about the district change. I had to go to Woodlawn. At the last minute,
because like where I stayed, where I originally stayed, I was close to Moortown. I did go to Moortown for I think maybe like a semester, or for like the latter half of the year, and then I went to Hillsdale, which both are closed now. Shout out to anybody that watched this that used to go to Moortown Elementary and Hillsdale Elementary, and Southwood, and Linwood.
Southwood, Linwood, as well as also Woodlawn, South Highlands, and Uri.
If you're from Shreveport, send something in the comments. Put something in the comments.
So we can know who our Shreveport viewers are.
Who the Shreveport viewers are. Do that.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Nothing else, Gabe, man.
We done got pretty. So
we got hyped.
We done burned. Say, guess that's one. Be prepared when you have this Krabby meal and the Frosty.
You're gonna be hyped for a Krabby meal and a Frosty.
And then it's gonna hype. And then if you're around our age, it's gonna hype you up. Going nonstop, talk about the 90s.
Talk about the 90s. And of course for me a little bit early 2000s as well, because he's more 90s kid. When like you born in the 80s, you experienced all the 90s.
Transformers.
Yeah, you experienced all the 90s. But then if you was born in the 90s like me, you experienced the latter half, and then you had the early 2000s.
Right.
So like 2000 to 2009.
You sort of had to go backtrack. Sort of like when the MCU first came out.
Yeah.
I did see a little bit of Iron Man because my mom and dad were watching it, but I didn't really pay much attention to it until they advertised Avengers because I'm such a sucker for team-up movies.
Yeah.
So when I saw Avengers, both me and my wife, well, actually I saw it with some friends first, and I was like, man, this movie good. Then I took my wife to see it.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, that was a good movie. Didn't think nothing else of it until I think because I remember I was like, I guess I'll get Iron Man, maybe the whole. Yeah. And I wasn't thinking about the other movies at first, cause and then my wife was like, "You only get Cap and Thor, see what that's like." So yeah, that's why they say God made woman our better half. Hey. They know. Listen to your wife, husbands.
Hey, they know some things that we don't. Of course, I'm not in the married club yet, but I will one of these days.
You will experience it.
Oh yeah. Right now, I see my Krabby Patty alone.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's when you lucky ladies want to go out there with me. You have to crack that.
Yeah, all right, Samuel.
Well, I mean, Starstrucker is quite the romantic.
Oh yeah, well, that I will have that third book. I was planning to order it to have in time for Halloween. It will be out before Halloween, but putting in orders for it, you might be getting it arriving in November, to give y'all copies of buy your copies and stuff. But it will be available before Halloween. Yeah,
right.
So, as some things came up this week, so yeah, you had to kind of delay it a little bit, but
hey, life be life.
Yeah, but also And also Casey's should be about finished with the pictures there. She's coloring them there that I drew.
Cool. And of course, in my case, I have a short coming up, but I'll keep y'all updated on my channel, the EJS channel, as well as on, if you don't mind, Gabe's channel. So, at my first short, and I will let y'all know, I'm editing it, and so filmed it, edited, and we just gonna roll with it.
We'll wrap that up there. Make sure y'all definitely like, share, subscribe to both of us, both our channels, all in the description box. And definitely, super thanks, special chat. Also, buy some available books we just mentioned, and support us on that Patreon, just like EJay
Yeah.
Big Sis Casey, and also YouTuber Iceman Universe.
That's it.
And also hang out with us on Discord and Facebook. Even like I said, we do want you to support us on Patreon, but if for some reason, you know, like, well, I can't really get you on Patreon, hey, you're still welcome to come to Discord and Facebook. We'll still chat with you.
That's it.
And we can sell each other stuff on that Mercari app, because hey, if you got stuff to sell, I can get you a little extra money if check didn't quite come up to sell some stuff and get you a little extra money.
Dollar bill. That's it.
That'll help you out. Help me out. It can help you out.
That's it. I think now after this, once I get home, I don't need to go to bed, but I might go to bed. I shouldn't be, especially after eating heavy, but that's just the big baby in me. The big hungry
Hey,
man.
that's not just you. My grandpa like that too.
Yep. Once you eat, it's just.
And I may have done it a few times myself. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, we're human.
Not bad. It's also like, oh, I wasn't asleep.
Yeah, that's it.
So, with all that said, we will. I guess y'all might go to sleep after seeing us and then go get one. But until next video, see you later, everybody.
See you later. Peace.